Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. In this video, we've got quite a few stories to go over, but actually some of the craziest stories that I've reported on all year are in this, so you guys are going to want to stay tuned. But first, let me get through some of the smaller stories so that we can get on to the bigger ones. First off, Apple Card is coming later this month in August, probably before mid-August. And also, Goldman Sachs makes Apple Card customer agreement available ahead of upcoming Apple Card launch. So we know it's coming very soon. This card is pretty mediocre. There's nothing crazy about it. I'm debating whether or not I'll get it. The only thing that's making me possibly get it is this 3% on Apple products. But other than that, there's much better cards out there. I'm not a financial expert, but this card is just mediocre. Next up, let's talk about Siri. Apple has suspended the program that let employees listen to Siri recordings. If you guys watched our other video, we went over this. Basically, they're contractors contracted by Apple to listen to a bunch of Siri recordings, and a lot of those included very sensitive topics, and people did not like that. I actually knew about this happening a long time ago. I don't know why it didn't cause a buzz then, like a couple of years ago, but apparently now Apple has stopped that program and there's an opt-out option coming. So, okay, thanks Apple, but that should have been a long time ago. Next up, if you have a Mac, go update it. There's a small bug fix that it fixes the issue that may prevent certain Macs from waking from sleep properly. Now that we got those out of the way, let's talk about some crazy stuff. DigiTimes is reporting here that Apple is set to launch new MacBooks with cellular 5G connectivity in the second half of 2020. Now this is kind of crazy because currently there are no MacBooks at all that have any type of cellular connectivity. The closest thing we've got is like an iPad. So this is way out of left field. This is not something that most of us were considering Apple doing, but it does make sense, especially for these smaller laptops. So we're talking like the MacBook Air, maybe the small MacBook Pro. Hard to say right now, but this would actually be a really good idea because there's not many notebooks out there right now that can even do such a thing, like cellular connectivity at all, much less 5G. So if Apple can actually get 5G into these laptops, I mean, that could be a big issue for home internet providers, because if there's unlimited 5G like plans from Verizon or something in the future, that's going to pretty much cut out the need for home Wi-Fi if the 5G speeds are fast enough, of course. So keep this in the back of your mind. I'm sure we'll revisit this topic later this year, possibly next, but we'll see. Next up here, Intel reveals new 10th gen core processor suitable for MacBook Air and base 13-inch MacBook Pro. This doesn't seem like much on the surface. However, I was reading a little bit into this, and some people are speculating that Apple could be launching a 16-inch MacBook Air with these new chips in it this year. The reason that they're saying this is basically because if you guys remember from our other video, we mentioned the new 16-inch MacBook Pro coming. You know, while that would be really cool, it just doesn't make sense because Apple just updated the MacBook Pros. They really update it again. And the reason that they can't really update it again is because these 10th gen core processors are only for the lower power stuff like the MacBook Air and base 13-inch MacBook Pro. So it's kind of confusing here, but some are speculating that this means that there will be a 16-inch MacBook Air with this new processor. I'm on the fence about this. I don't really believe it. It would be kind of crazy to see a 16-inch MacBook Air to begin with. And I think Apple is much more likely to make a 16-inch MacBook Pro with a new chip in it. Fortunately, like I said, these processors are not suitable for that, supposedly. And I don't know if Intel's got another one ready for the MacBook Pros. So we'll have to see about this, but that's kind of a crazy conspiracy that some people are talking about online. So if you see that going around the internet, you heard it here first. But just keep in mind, these are all rumors. Obviously, Intel is actually releasing this, so this is real, but we don't know if it's really going to make its way into these models yet. They could. These are the Ice Lake processors for anyone that's following those names. So while the iPhone 11 this year may be kind of disappointing, we could actually see some pretty cool Macs come out this year. We'll keep our eyes on this, and of course we will update you with a new video if anything crazy happens. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. If you liked it, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.